Well, good morning, boys and girls. It is roughly 4 a.m. As you can see, we are just gonna wait on our Uber to take us to Wellington International Airport, board our flight to Sydney, Australia, quick stop over there, switch planes, and then we're on the long haul to LA. Get to LA, we have a 6-hour stopover, and then we'll be flying into Vancouver. It is probably going to be hectic with COVID-19 and this being a full-blown pandemic now. But we've got our hand sanitizer, got our wipes, and then I got some latex gloves, and obviously we've got some masks, probably overkill, and I know we don't have any toilet paper to protect us, leaving ourselves a little bit vulnerable, but I think it's worth the risk because, you know, it's pretty much one roll of TP in exchange for a Bugatti at this stage. But it is what it is. I'm certain we'll get through it, and we will see you guys at the airport. Alright guys, we are here in the Sydney International Airport. This morning my wife suggested that I change my shorts for jeans because it was cold, and it honestly feels like it's 45 degrees right now. Get a real close-up of that. My foofy little flower mask I think really adds to the sexy, sweaty, man beast kind of vibe that I'm putting off in the airport. Yeah, I hope you guys can appreciate that. Our flight from Sydney to LAX boards in about 40 minutes. We are just gonna chill and do some people watching. A lot of randoms running around the airport, not gonna lie about it. I've never seen so much hand sanitizer and antiseptic wipes and face masks in my life. I guess this is getting pretty serious, but we will spend the next, I don't know, 15 hours on this plane, so mask up and keep those hands clean.
Welcome to Los Angeles, where the local time is 5:40 in the morning.
Finally got to ditch the mask. We got my bag. Traveling in that plane was like traveling in a can of Coke full of farts for 13 hours. It was fucking terrible. It's over now. We got a 5-hour layover here in LA, and then we'll be off to Vancouver to catch up with family. Didn't think we'd be on a Air Canada flight. We booked Virgin. What do you do? what do you do? Hopefully my bag that I had to check doesn't get smashed and makes it to its destination. Air Canada, they're no WestJet. Team, this is the gentleman's race. Top 5 reasons to move back to Canada. Number 1, Canada is a first world country. Although I love New Zealand, it's absolutely stunning, beautiful country. It is extremely small and extremely isolated. Getting everything that you've grown accustomed to is extremely hard and quite costly in New Zealand. You really have to pick your battles, and there are a lot of compromises when you are buying stuff online. Number 2, the cost of living. The cost of living in New Zealand is absolutely ludicrous. Petrol, gasoline, whatever you want to call it, is over $2.29 a liter in New Zealand. On our drive from the airport to the hotel, we were looking at fuel prices, and gasoline is $1.19 in Vancouver. Number 2 reason for moving back to Canada, cost of living. The number 3 reason that I decided to move back to Canada is I love cars. As much as racing is ingrained into every Kiwi, and New Zealanders love to get on the track and go fast, access isn't the same. There isn't the availability to own the same cars, and that does go both ways, don't get me wrong. The JDM access that Kiwis have is miles ahead of Canada. We have to wait 15 years before we can import JDM cars, but the supercars, the muscle cars, the trucks, the vehicles that we have access to in North America, it's next level. That brings us to number 4. The number 4 reason we decided to move back to Canada from New Zealand is tall poppy syndrome. Now, I am an ambitious man. I push hard. I'm definitely a bit of a hard ass. Tall poppy syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where there's been such a lack of competition, and the population in New Zealand is so small that Kiwis are a little bit passive aggressive. And there's no nice way to say this. They would rather, if you choose to work hard and stand out, try to throw you under the bus, extinguish your candle, for lack of a better term, so that they don't have to raise the bar themselves to make their candle shine bright, if you get what I'm saying. Number 5 reason I chose to move back to Canada was content. Being isolated in New Zealand does not really allow you to go to the big motor shows, to you know, really have access to the same resources, and the content that I am going to be able to produce in Canada versus what I was able to produce in New Zealand is going to be night and day. And bonus points, the number 6th reason why I decided to move to Canada, or back to, I should say rather, is fucking look at me. I'm 6'5", I got a huge Grizzly Adams beard, wearing flannel. Where else do I belong? Murcielago. What? Canada, guys. Fucking Canada. Love a Mercy. Oh, nice. Give me some revs. Give me some revs. Yeah. All right, team, so it has been 2 years since we have seen our dog Magnus. Right now, the mother-in-law is taking him for a pee, and then he is gonna get let loose on us to wreak his havoc. Hey, Magnus! Hey, buddy!
It's been so long.
All right, team, we sold the Ducatis, sold the Audi, traveled halfway around the world. Hopefully we managed to avoid getting COVID-19. Landed in Vancouver, we traveled 400 kilometers up to Kamloops, BC. We saw our dog, who we haven't seen in 2 years. And that's the end of the vlog. We'll see you next time, guys.